Welcome to qnawire.
Hello. Today's question is number 87 from chapter 12 of chemistry, the central science. And this is a pretty neat question. So the fundamental part of this question is saying that this is a polymer structure shown in blue that is created from the addition polymerization reaction that forms the polymer in Saran wrap, which we're pretty familiar with. And we're asked to determine from this polymer structure what is the monomer. Okay, so the basis of this question is just understanding kind of how addition polymerization reactions work, what is the chemistry behind turning monomeric subunits into polymers, and so we'll get into that here. And so really the fundamental part is just recognizing what's the chemistry that forms polymers in the first place, and pretty much it's from this carbon-carbon single bond. Essentially in the monomers, they will be carbon-carbon double bonds, and what happens really is just that they open up. And so what does that mean, open up? So it's actually quite simple to identify what the monomer is because it's essentially the same exact structure we see as the polymer, except the single bond shown in red becomes a double bond in the monomer shown in green. And so what do I mean by opening up? So this really is the monomer, and it's as simple as that. But let's push some arrows just to verify what that means. So for just simplicity, I'll draw two more monomers on either side just to kind of emphasize this point. And we'll see how this opening up, as I keep referring, forms the polymer. Okay, so we have three monomeric subunits. As you can see, they all have their double bonds. And so these double bonds, I'm saying, will open up, that form the polymer. So what that means is an electron in these bonds opens up, and so the same thing will happen on this side for simplicity. And they'll combine with an electron. So really the interesting thing is an electron from this carbon-carbon double bond and this carbon-carbon double bond, and the exact same thing happens on this side. They'll combine and form a new bond between these carbon atoms. And so this new bond is that forms on both sides, and now this double bond becomes a single bond after those additions. That's the basis for polymerization. And so this is a simplified version. This N here in this case will be 3. Oh, still have the N in that case here will be 3. But we can see that from this arrow pushing, from the opening up, so to speak, of these double bonds, we form a new carbon-carbon bond that is the basis of the polymer. And so again, that came from this simple monomeric subunit, which is identical in substituents to what is seen in the polymer, except just that double bond between the carbons. So there's your monomer structure there.